When you first fall down the skincare rabbit hole, you come across all kinds of ideas and theories and techniques and science, and it can get really confusing really quickly. Recently, I was having a conversation on Instagram about how certain ingredients don't actually mix, so don't put them in the same routine. And the person I was talking with actually said I should make a video about how to order your skincare products. So here it is, your skincare guide, all about how to order your multi-step routine so that you can get the most out of your products. So if you guys are ready to learn the order of your skincare routine, give this video a big thumbs up and let's get started. So when you graduate from a simple cleansing, toning, and moisturizing routine, and you start adding in more steps into your routine, it can get kind of confusing knowing where to put your essence, right? Does it come before the serum? Does it come after the serum? And we definitely want to make sure that we get this order correct because it's going to make sure that all those extra products that we are adding into our routine really work effectively for our skin. If we put them in the wrong order, we can actually negate some of the benefits of our skincare routine. Now, I definitely don't advocate that you rush out and get every single product we're about to talk about. You don't need to have all of these steps in your routine. There's really no magic number of steps to your routine. You hear a lot of people talk about 10 steps. You hear a lot of people talk about 5 steps. There's really no magic number to great skin. As I always say, you do you. Do what's best for your skin, listen to your skin, and do what feels right for you. So the very first step in your skincare routine, I think, is a no-brainer, and that is cleanser. Look, I'm not going to hit you guys over the head with this one. I think we all know we should be washing our face first. I do have a skincare guide all about double cleansing that I'm going to pop up right here if you guys are interested in learning more about the double cleansing method, which I actually recommend that everybody does. So definitely all of your cleansers, oil cleansers, foaming cleansers, come at the beginning of your routine. So next after cleansing are going to be our actives and acids. This is going to be your vitamin C's, vitamin A's, AHA's, and BHA's, any type of chemical exfoliant. We really want to make sure that this step goes right after cleansing because these ingredients are pH dependent. They depend on your skin being at a lower pH level. Now, I've created a skincare guide for you guys all about low pH. So if you haven't seen that one, definitely check it out right up here. I'll also link it in the info box below for you. So there's a couple of different products that you can use before using your actives that will help your actives work better for you. So the first one is going to be using a low pH foaming cleanser. And the second is an optional step. Certainly you can use a pH adjusting toner. Now this isn't just any old toner. This is going to specifically help lower the pH level of your skin, and you want to put this on right after cleansing and right before actives to help ensure that the skin is at that low pH level. So once we've used our cleansers and our pH adjusting toners, then we're going to use our actives. Now, it's not really recommended to use more than one active in the same routine because it can be very stripping and irritating to your skin. However, it may happen that you end up using 2 actives in the same routine. I actually use vitamin C and I have a prescription BHA from Curology that I use in the same nighttime routine. So when we have more than one active in our routine, it's important that we even get the order of our actives right. So you want to put the active that requires the lowest pH of the skin first and work from there. So the lowest pH needing active is vitamin C. Vitamin C needs your skin to be at a very low pH in order for it to work properly. The next is going to be your BHA products. Those are going to need the second lowest pH, and then you're going to move on to your AHAs. So in my instance, I would use a vitamin C first, and then I would follow up with my Curology. So if you're going to be using more than one active in the same routine, then you want to incorporate wait times in between the 2 active products. Now, actives are active on the skin for about 15 to 20 minutes, so you want to incorporate that much time in between the 2 products. If you use them both at the same time, not only is it going to cause a lot of irritation on your skin, but it could actually make them a lot less effective. So you kind of want to give them the space and the time they need on your skin alone in order to work properly. Now, if you're only going to be using one active in your routine, the debate is sort of split on if you should use a wait time still or not. Some say that you should definitely incorporate the 15 to 20 20-minute wait time no matter how many active products you're using. And some people say if you're only using one, you can go ahead with your other non-active steps right after, no wait time needed. The debate is split. I'm not really sure that I can recommend one way or the other for you guys. I will tell you what I do. If I have the time to wait, I will wait. If I don't, I just go ahead with it anyways. And I do still feel that my prescription Curology as well as my vitamin C are working effectively for me. Now that we're done with the active category, we can move on with the rest of our routine. And I want you guys to remember this rule of thumb: thinnest to thickest. So you definitely want to use the thinnest consistency products that you have first, and then move up all the way to your thickest consistency products. You want to follow this rule of thumb because this is going to allow your skin to absorb all of the skincare products effectively once you start to layer them. If you were to put on, say, a lotion and then to put on a watery toner, the watery toner isn't going to absorb into your skin as well as it would if the lotion product wasn't there. The lotion product is going to create a little bit of a barrier that blocks the watery toner from absorbing into the skin fully. So if you put that watery toner onto bare skin, it will absorb deeply into the skin. But if you were to put something like a lotion, a thicker product on, it's going to create a barrier to the absorption process. So if we work from thinnest to thickest, we're going to ensure that all of our skincare products absorb into the skin just the way that they're supposed to, and they're going to work the most effectively that they can for us. So you may have heard of a first essence, and this product is designed to help all your other skincare layers absorb into your skin more effectively. So this product definitely should be going first, but it should go first after your actives. After your first essences, we're going to do toners. Now, toners are going to add a lot of hydration into the skin, and they generally tend to be watery. Again, follow the thinnest to thickest rule, but toners generally will be coming next. So after your toners, then we're going to look at our essences, serums, and ampules. Now, this category can get a little bit confusing because now that technology has really advanced in skincare, an essence can kind of seem like a serum, and a serum can kind of seem like an ampule. And what's really the difference? Well, the basic difference is essences tend to be a little bit thinner in consistency. Serums tend to be a little bit thicker. They're a little bit more concentrated ingredients than an essence. And an ampule is like an essence on speed. It's highly concentrated ingredients. It tends to be thicker than the essences and serums, and is really meant to help boost your serums and essences. So this can get like very confusing. I wouldn't worry about the names too much. I would really apply the rule of thumb here from your thinnest to your thickest consistency. And don't worry if your thickest is an essence and your thinnest is an ampule. It's all kind of starting to get a little bit muddled now, but definitely the thinnest to thickest rule is going to apply here. If you're going to be doing a sheet mask in your routine, now is the time to do it. It's really great to do a sheet mask right after an essence, ampule, or serum because those products actually help your skin absorb the sheet mask essence even better. And it also, the sheet mask essence allows your essence and ampules to be boosted. So they actually work together in harmony really well. Next up is going to be your lotions, milks, and emulsions. These are generally opaque liquids that really help the moisturizing process. They're generally too thin to be considered a true moisturizing product, but they definitely boost your moisturizers and your creams towards the end of your routine. Now, if you're going to be using a facial oil, now is the time to use it. If you have an eye cream, now is the time to use it. I actually pull all of my toners, essences, serums, milks, everything all the way up to my lower lid as well as on top of my lids as well. And then I seal everything in with the dedicated eye cream. So the thickest and the last step of your routine is going to be your moisturizer or your cream. And this is what's going to help seal in all the goodness from all the previous skincare steps and really lock it into your skin. So I'm going to add in one more step for you guys. If you choose, you can use a sleeping mask. Now, sleeping masks are creams or gels that go on as your last and final step right before bed, and it just really helps to give your face a really nice glow and boost in the morning. Now, sleeping masks can be used instead of your moisturizer, but they can also be used on top of your moisturizer. So again, you do what feels right, and sometimes it changes per season. A lot of times in the summer, I'll skip my moisturizer and just go with a sleeping pack, and in the winter, I need all the hydration and moisture I can get, so I will do a moisturizer and a sleeping pack. So play around and see what feels right for you, but if you were to do a sleeping pack, it would be right at the end. So I hope you guys found that video really helpful in how to order your skincare routine. Just remember, acids and low pH are very important and have to go at the beginning of your skincare routine right after cleansing. And also remember, all of your other products should be ordered from consistency of thinnest to thickest. If you remember these two things, you're going to be just fine. So let me know in the comment box, how many steps do you have in your skincare routine? Right now, I have about between 9 and 11, depending on the day. So don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe to my channel, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Bye.